So let's go. All right. So remember, we're doing multiple choice, so no calculators. I am not sure I'm going to monitor. I'm going to monitor you, but let's be honest with yourself, all right? Also, to remember that this program lasts for 40 minutes, and I think I've used about like probably 15 minutes out of the 40 minutes. All right. The intended time to finish is about 9:30. It doesn't hold. Noise in the background is my kitchen. All right, any takers for this one? No takers? Okay, so secretively, Abby says A. Abby, you can just you put down star, you know, because I have to click on chat and click and click and click. But Abby, how are you going to explain? I'm sure you're not going to text me and tell me in text. You have to speak. Explain how you get A. Alright. Abby has gone. Anybody want to speak for Abby? All right, so basically we convert this decimal into a fraction, right? And because the point is right here, put a 1, another point. Because you have 2 digits, we put 2 zeros. All right, so actually this is, we have done questions like this before, guys. It's actually 45 over 100. So I am converting this decimal into a fraction, and then we're going to reduce that. We could actually use 5. So 5 in a 45 goes 9. 5 in a 100 goes 20. Alright, so the answer there is A. Any questions? Alright, so moving on. B?
Yes, sir.
Alright, let one of your daughters explain.
Go ahead and explain, Trina, okay? Do you want to explain, Trina? She says she doesn't want to explain, sir.
Alright. So,
but it's actually 3 over 100 times 100.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
You use the zeros, them cancel out. And then 3 times 1 equals 3.
Yeah, I mean, if you do a test, right, and you get 9 out of 10 in the test, and the teacher want to work out a percentage, you just multiply it by what? 100. All right. So anytime you want to find percentage, and by the way, you notice that the answers are all what? Percentages. So just multiply by 100. All right. And without even working it out, you know, it's going to be what? 90. All right. So, but this question here, we simply just multiply it by what? 100. And the 100 will cancel out. And you get what? 3%. All right. All right, moving on.
Say the answer is C.
All right. Explain.
There are prime numbers when you divide the number into itself without leaving a remainder.
All right. No, it's actually more, I mean, well, I mean, it's no, you missed out something. A prime number is a number where 1 and itself are the only factors. Or when you divide itself and 1, you don't get a remainder. All right. So for example, let us look at 7. Now, 7 is a prime number because only 1 can go into 7 and only 7 can go into 7 without leaving a remainder. All right? All right, look at 9. Is 9 a prime number? Anybody?
No, sir.
All right, because 1 is a factor, 3 is a factor, and 9 is also a factor. All right, so 9 wouldn't be a prime number because it wouldn't obey the rule for what a prime number is. A prime number you can only have 2 factors: the number itself you're looking for and 1. All right, and also to note that 2. All right, is 2 a prime number? Anybody?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Right.
Can divide itself and 1.
Right. 2 is a prime number. As a matter of fact, 2 is the only prime number that's an even number. All right. Some person mix up odd numbers and say that all odd numbers are prime numbers, but not so, because 9 is an odd number. All right, but it's not a prime number. 7 is an odd number, and 7 is also what? A prime number. All right. Okay. Now, well, I mean, looking at this question here, the answer will be 97 because there are no other numbers apart from 97 and 1 that can go into 97 without leaving remainder. All right. 99, I believe 1 is a factor, and I also believe that 33 is a factor, not true? And 99 is also a factor. So D will be out. And I believe 91 and 93, there are some other numbers, you know. All right. I mean, if you don't have a calculator, I don't tell you, it's gonna be kind of rough to figure it out. All right. But you know what? You know what? If you read this question fast enough, you might think it's 99, and you forget the word prime. So what is the largest number that is smaller than 100? And you notice how they use graphics to kind of trick you. They blow largest and smaller. So if you read it fast, the largest number, don't look at the prime number that is smaller. You might think it's D. All right. All right. Anyways, moving on.
So the answer is B.
All right, explain.
C. The answer is C.
All right, Phoenix. Phoenix says C. Miss Shaw or Mrs. Shaw says D. All right. I need some explanation here. All right, so I'm not sure what's happening.
There.
Yeah, well,
You're going to add the ratio, which is 2 to 5. 2 plus 5 is 7.
right. Mm-hmm.
350 times 2 over 7 gives you 100. Okay, you're going to cancel and put 7 in 350.
Hold on. Say that again. You're talking fast. Divided by
7 to 350 gives you 50. 50 times 2 equals 100. That is smallest, but they say larger. So you're going to multiply 350 times 5 over 7. 7 to 350 gives you 50 equals 250. So I got D.
Right. That's excellent. Very good. All right. All right. So, and that's probably a 12-year-old. Very good. So as she was saying quite correctly, right? You add the 2 and the 5, and that gives you 7. And you say 7 into 350, and that will give you 50. All right. So 1 unit is 50. So if you want to find a larger unit, you just say 5 times 50, which is 250. Or what you did was find a smaller unit. 2 times 50 is 100, then subtract 100 from 350. All right. Any questions? All right. Please reason through this one here. This one is a bit, that takes a lot more effort. All right, any takers?
B.
All right, Phoenix, can you explain? All right, so nobody wants to explain. All right, so you can just guess a number, all right? Or if you work it out, you can explain how you get it. All right, so the thing about this, right? What you should not do is to find 12.5% of 40. That's gonna be wrong. All right, if you read the question actually says, what is 12.5? By the way, 12.5, can someone tell me what is 12.5 as a improper fraction? All right. So 12.5 is actually 25 over 2, not true? All right. Now, it's 12.5 what? Percent. How you convert to a percent? How you convert a percentage to a fraction? By dividing by 100. All right. Now, what this is saying? This is saying that what is 12.5%? What is 12.5% of a sum of money? No, the sum of money is not 40. The sum of money is actually one of these. All right. So in other words, what number should go there? So that when you work it out, you get 40. That's what they're asking. All right. Now let's read on this question. All right. So we have 10 more minutes. All right. Now 12.5% of $5 could not give you $40. So A is out. All right, 12.5% of $40 could never give you 40. It couldn't give you more than the $40. All right, so we're stuck with either C or D. All right. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put 320 there. Let's try 320. All right. But before we try the 320, see, let us work out this first. Because this looks like a big mess. So it's gonna be 25 over 2. No, this bar here, this big bar. I mean, that means divide, and true. All right, that means divide. Yeah, straight away. That means divide. All right, but we're gonna change. Well, let me just write that. That means divide by 100. Not true. 100 over 1. But guess what? We're gonna change the division to what? Someone tell me what to do.
Time to multiplication, sir.
Right. Very good. Boy, this eraser. You have to press it, click on it like 100 times for it to move. So in other words, I'm not gonna write the divide. All right, I'm gonna write the multiplication sign. And then it's not gonna be 100 over 1, it's gonna be 1 over what? 100, not true? All right, and then now, I'm going to continue. So all of this right here. So all of this is actually this right here, not true? All right. And then I'm going to times it now by the 320. All right. So and what we get here is supposed to be what? 40. So watch carefully now. Let me see. 25 into 25 goes 1. 25 into 100 goes what? 4. We could say 4 into 4 goes 1. 4 into 32 goes 8. Bring up the 0. That's 80. And 2 into 2 goes 1. 2 into 80 gives you 40. All right, and that's how we get C to be the answer. Any questions? No, another way you could do this, you see? Well, let me tell you, this is like a realistic way of trying to reason out this question. But another way of doing this, you could actually say 40 divided by 12.5%. All right, but to me, it's just the same amount of work because you have to convert the 12. They're going to convert 12.5 to an improper fraction, which is 25 divided by 2, then divide by 100, and then put 40. It's basically the same thing. All right. So if you try this method here, you'll get the answer straight away. All right. Okay, so moving on. Okay, we have 5 more minutes, after which I'll resend the code. And please hurry up and log in back quickly as possible here.
Say the answer is D.
All right, guys. So it's not difficult, but it
The
looks.
answer is
Yeah, but you're not explaining one.
all right. So when you times the 49 times 20 is supposed to get 980.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was 40 times 20 give you 800 and 9 times 20 give you 180. And then add them together, you get the 980.
Mm-hmm.
And my D is the answer.
Have you read the question? Read the question.
The answer is C. Sorry. The answer is C, sir.
How you get C?
Sir, 50 times 20 gives you 1,000. 20 times 1 gives you 20. When you add them, you get 1,020.
No, sir. Check it again. You'll get 980.